Okay, so I'm not even sure what I'm gonna build. I think we're gonna make some assets, like small mechanical things. So let's make a wall. Because I want to make a sort of steampunk project next, maybe. I was feeling really inspired by some builds I saw on snarples and shovels, pages and stuff. And so let's make ourselves a little wall. That is the build I did yesterday, by the way, or that I posted the video of today. And yeah, let's see what sort of details we can figure out. And then I'm gonna probably turn them into blueprints, but I do need to figure that out because I've never done it. Okay. I don't even know what to start with. Let's just make some gears, I guess. So let's search upstairs. And actually, you know what? Let's not make steampunk stuff right now because I'm streaming and I haven't done this before. So let's instead make some other assets by making some really smallish, medieval houses, sort of get back in the groove of building. Yeah, I really didn't figure it out before I started, did I? Okay. I mean, we could do a building project, but I do not have I don't have any inspiration, basically. So I'll need to find some for that. Okay. I don't even know what I could do, honestly. Because I kind of really want to do steampunk. I really want to do cyberpunk. But at the same time, I mean, you're pretty new to what I usually do. So, you know what? This is kind of cool, actually. I found a pretty nice picture over here. Yeah. I think I can try this. It has a really nice palette on the roof as well. And I think I can do something pretty cool with it. Okay, so I think I'm going to make the terrain right now. Let's get ourselves the rock tool. This is going to be really simple. It's a sandy terrain, for which I think I'm just going to actually use maybe rooted dirt. Could work, kind of. Because it's on a platform. Part of it is on a platform. Part of it is lower than the platform. So let's just make this. Actually, no, let's delete it so we can flatten it out. Let's have some nice wavy bits in here because terrain is not flat. Okay. Here we go. Let's get some in the back right there. I mean, the back can be a bit higher to have sort of a background on it. I think I can definitely implement that there. Yeah, this should work. I mean, yeah, I'll probably, finish it after I make the actual build. But let's smoothen it out. Oh, that's not the smooth tool. That's the smooth tool. Let's get this all smooth. I don't know why it's not even. Why is it smaller there and in those, like, they're just holes basically. Okay, and we can fill them in with the expand tool. Boom. Perfect. Oh, I did not mean to do that. And it is a bit too thick. So I need to Control Z now. Wonderful. There it is. Okay. So now I have those. Boom. I would show you the reference image. Actually, I can show you the reference image without making a scene in OBS because I don't have time for that right now. I can show you by importing not a schematic, importing a reference image. There we go. Okay. Here we go. So this is a reference image. Boom. We can get in here. And yeah, so this is gonna be the terrain behind it. Let's move that out. Doesn't work? Come on. Okay. Seems I have to do it by hand. The color is not final as well. I can definitely change it later. It's just so I have something to build on. Boom. And There we go. Okay, now it's smooth. Let's smoothen out the background part of it. I made it too big though. There we go. Okay. I should mask probably, but it's fine. Probably not going to ruin everything right now. Okay, there we go. Perfect. So now we make the second elevation of it. I don't even know why I smoothen it out. God damn it, guys. Okay, English is pretty hard sometimes. Okay, there we go. We have the second elevation now. And this is the one that needs to be smooth. So let's get the hills back behind it. I'm not really used to making terrain because I used to play survival a lot, so I didn't need to make terrain. The terrain was already there, and what terrain I did need to make was pretty simple and not like, you know, out of scratch or from scratch. Out of scratch is not a word. There we go. Okay, and let's fill some of those holes again. There we go. No, that is too. Let's I can make this bit by hand. It's not gonna. There we go, and there as well. As I said, this does not need to be perfect because we're gonna have time to change it. Alright, so let's start the actual planning phase of the build. Let's make the rough shapes. I'm gonna use some kind of concrete. Let's use pink concrete, yellow concrete, red, or maybe something a bit different, like cyan. Okay, perfect. So let's make this smaller. There's a smaller build like below it, which it looks kind of like an entrance. I'm not sure what that is, but we're gonna make that. So we have this right here. I don't even know how big I'm gonna make it. Like, it does stick up a bit above the normal ground. Like, this is ground level right here, so you would walk up. I'm gonna make the path, but that's gonna come a bit later. Kind of walk up and you enter the build right here. So then let's make this. I want a 1 block center on the thing, so I don't even know. Is that enough? 12. Let's do 14. And that's, or 14 plus 1, which is gonna be 15, of course. Boom. And that's perfect. Okay, I don't know what happened there. Okay, let's check the reference image. I think I made it a bit too tall, or the land is a bit too big actually. So I'm gonna have to do this. Edit it right here. Let's go with the rock tool, make it smaller this time, and build around it like this. Perfect. Okay, but now I'm gonna use a block mask with rooted dirt. And that didn't work. Let's just do it by hand. It's gonna be fine anyway. Okay, so today was Easter, or is Easter, I guess. Yesterday was Easter. I don't fucking know. I should have done an Easter build. Would have been pretty cool. But this is the idea that I came up with on the fly. To do this sort of desert-ish. I don't even know what to call the terrain again. I mean, it looks like a desert to me. So like a desert combined with, I don't know, a Asian-ish architecture style. Also, that's not that wide. That is way too big. We need to make that smaller. Let's select that much and make it small. But I do need to check if it has a 1 block center, which it does not, because I made it an even number. Boom, there we go. It should be fixed now, and let's fix the terrain as well. There we go. And the process is pretty simple, honestly. You just go with it, figure out what works, what doesn't work, and the rest just comes. I don't even know if I'm too loud, if my music's loud enough. I did need to find a royalty-free alternative to any kind of music I would have played, because I cannot play copyrighted music. Okay, now let's make the tower bit the bigger tower. So I think I'm gonna indent it like this with 3 blocks, and then I'm gonna make it taller. So let's. I don't even know if it would come out this way as well. I think maybe. Yes. So let's do that. I'm not even gonna see this side probably from the screenshot. Okay, so that comes out by 3. And then I'm gonna do this by 2. And I wonder how big that is. So here's the big entrance. We're gonna have 3. Let's make a 5 block. I think 5 blocks is gonna be enough, probably. So we got 5 blocks. I mean, I can see we have 2 viewers on the stream. One of them is me. The other one, I don't know who it is, but if you want to say anything, feel free to drop a comment in the chat. I don't even know how big I should make that, because there's something there. I think that's like a market or something. So, let's I think I'm just gonna do it the same amount of blocks I did here, and it should be a bit longer. So like 5 blocks out. I think that's gonna be fine. And 5 blocks like this. Give it a 7 block gap. Let's make it a bigger door. 7 blocks, perfect. And 5 more. Okay, then we're gonna do this part. And now wait, no. Now we can connect these two. Although, does it continue in the back, I wonder? I think it's just like a roof. It doesn't continue the middle part. We can just connect these up. Perfect. Let's make this tall. So if we go by scale, if that is that big, then I think we can make it. It's about 3 to 3 and a little bit more. It's like triple its size basically, or its height. So does that look right? Keep going on to Google by accident. 'Cause I mean, it's big, but it's not that, like, it's not that thick, I think. Or it is. Yeah, it is actually. But I need to make that bigger. Yeah. That definitely needs to be bigger. Now that I look at it. And we can do that pretty easily. By just extending it out. We got 7, 8, 9. And let's just move these. Like this. And like this. Boom. Perfect. Now we can continue. I keep going back to Pinterest with the mark kit. Okay, we got 1. Let's just extend it up, maybe 5 blocks tall for the entrances. Then we need 2 entrances, so a 3 block gap. Maybe a 5 block gap. Is it too big then? Might get too long if I do that. Or we can do something different. We have 1 5 block wide door and then a smaller one that's just 3 blocks. Yeah, that should work. Perfect. There we go. All right. There is a kind of jut out bottom of these. So I wonder if I can. Let's try and make that. So if we get another block, let me do this. Then we can do it for the bottom build as well. Stack it. There. Okay. And now we can take it over here. Boom. I'm gonna need to figure out this entrance pretty soon. Cause let's just put in the door. We can see the indent. Maybe I get 2 indents like this. Or the 2 doors. Then we can smoothen it out with some walls, probably. Let's see how tall I want those doors. Because they're pretty squarish, not gonna lie. Like, I feel like I made them too big. So let's just do this. And they need to be kind of squared. So, like that. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, I really like that. Okay. So let's go over it like this. And now let's continue stacking them. Boom. I don't even know if that... They're a bit long, like I made them too big. Damn. Okay, I should move this. Let's move that so we get that much space, I think. Like, what is this? 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you can move this as well. Boom. Got it. Okay, let's make that. And let's move these back there. Perfect. And let's make this so. And boom. Nah, I made it too big. This doesn't need to be this long. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. That's the door, and then this comes out like this, and you get, I think we need some walls in. Let's use mud brick for now just to kind of show. Boom, and let's get, not cyan, actually maybe cyan could work, because I need to get some rough shapes for what I'm going to do above the entrance. There. Yeah, it's gonna get smoothed out with stairs and stuff. It's alright for now, not gonna lie. Let's although this is just green concrete for this. Cause like there's a bit of a detailing thing right under the roof. Like before the roof comes out, there's there. Just like so. And then we have the roof. Let's use brown. around concrete for that. But it's like, oops, I opened DaVinci. I'll close it a bit later. Doesn't really matter. It's a pretty weird roof, not gonna lie. Do I scrap this whole idea? Start something new? Or do I keep going with it? I can see a lot of wrong going on. Yeah, let's just scrap this. I don't have the capacity right now to build from reference like that. So I think instead I am going to make just a couple of small houses that I'm going to be able to use as assets probably later. Or we can do something else. I have an idea. We can make some plants that I can use as assets. Even better, or trees. I can make trees. However, trees are tough. I don't know if I want to make trees. Do I want to make trees? Again, I can see there's 2 viewers. If you'd like to chat, feel free to say something. Well, my chat is not working though, because I can't really see anything. There it is. Okay. Start with the tool. Choose green. Boom. Or I can make a mushroom. I really want to make a mushroom. I just decided. So let's get a mushroom. Oh. Hello, Kisaragi. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for saying something. You're the first person to comment on my stream. So how's your day? How are you? I honestly have no idea what I'm about to build, Kisaragi, because I've been oscillating between a couple of different projects of mine. Yeah. I'm just gonna end up building what I wanted to build originally, and then I just thought of different things. I'm gonna build a house. So let's make the foundation white. I will make it pretty big. Oh no, let's just make some stone. Stone or diorite? White or gray? White's a bit harder to work with, but I mean... Yeah, I'm gonna try and build a house. Because I couldn't decide until now, but I think I'm just gonna go with this because I can build a lot of smaller houses, you know, and then if I'm making like a big project that needs a village or something, I can just paste them in like assets. Although I don't know exactly how I'm gonna build the houses yet. The first one's just gonna be a simple stone house so I can get a bit warmed up, I guess. Did you see my newest video with the snake build? It's right here. Let me show it. I guess where is it? Should be here. Oh, there it is. Kind of blind. Oh, I'm very slow. Let's go. I'm on a bakery, by the way. This is a building server. It's public, so if you want to join, it has a lot of building tools and a lot of very talented builders. Here's a snake sword. Alright. I do think I'm gonna probably make the second floor of the house, or am I just gonna make a simple stone house for the first one? Yeah, I think I am. Oh yeah, shading is a pretty difficult process. I'm learning as well because there's a lot to do when it comes to shading. Like these types of gradients, you know, I used glass to blend the colors, and it doesn't even look that good because finding the right colors for gradients is really tough. But yeah, I'm kind of trying to do my best to get better. Thing with shading is it's very hard to explain if you don't understand it. Like I can show you when I'm gonna build this house, I can show you how I go by shading. I don't even know why I'm doing this because I can just use Axiom. Also, there's a thing in Axiom called auto shade, but it's kind of cheating. Okay, let's give it a roof. What kind of roof would I do? I could try and make it colorful. Do I want to make it colorful? I don't know if I do. Jungle is a bit too jarring. And if I do this... This is kind of like giving a second floor to the house. Also, when shading, you generally need to think, like, where would a shadow form? Like here, if this would be a second floor, even though it's flat and it's not actually a second floor. Let me show you. You can use tough and deep slate for smaller builds. Of course, shading can be much, you know, easier to do if your scale is larger, because if it's on a small scale, you're kind of limited by the number of blocks you can use. And from a distance, that's going to look like shading. Let's get some wooden posts going. Look at this. Very small build. Like this is even smaller than my usual scale, which is very small. There it is. Oh, this is... Let me change that. Home for holidays. There we go, I guess. I don't know. Royalty-free music. Boom. There we go. That's gonna work. It's a very, you know, basic house. But it's gonna have to do. Let's actually get some oak so I can get... You can, like, look, this is also kind of shading. But it's gonna look better once I get everything in. There. Mangrove. Mangrove is my favorite. Like if you're doing wood on a small scale. Yeah, making the shadows look natural is probably the hardest part. And the part that I'm not really good at. I mean, I can show you. This is a build I don't have a video on because my footage got corrupted. Oh, sorry, I think the sound was going to be really loud because I leaned in right then. But I have this build right here. Oops. Okay, let it load in. Also, thanks for being inspired by the build. Oh, no, I deleted the build. Never mind. Okay, I'm gonna have to exit and go into this world to show you what I mean. Yeah, okay, I deleted part of it, but there was a skull. Oh, no, the skull's still here. Never mind. It's just the background that I deleted, but like the shading on the skull. Oh, I don't have fly speed here. This is really annoying. The shading on the skull is alright. Like the light is supposed to be coming from the moon back there, but on the tree, like there's a lot of conflicting shadows and it does not look natural. But yeah, I think it's just like a lot of trial and error. Working from references, so on and so forth. But yeah, I'm pretty proud of this. Like I don't do organics usually, and this turned out pretty good with the flowers and everything and the shading on the skull. So yeah, making them natural is really hard, and I'm still gonna have to work a lot on that compared to other builders, like, you know, there's Snarple, Shovel 241, really great builders who just have such grasp on color and shading and everything that I don't know, it's just alien. It's like they're not even human when it comes to building in Minecraft. Oh, what happened here? These are changes I did quite a while ago. It seems it has a bit of an issue. Okay. For the roof on this, it's gonna be pretty simple. I think I'm just gonna go packed mud. Or I don't know, I don't think I'm gonna make it colored. Let's make it a red roof. Why not? So let's make this mangrove. Also, it's pretty good if you think of blocks and not like materials but like colors. So it's not wood. Like, you know, for posts on a house or a foundation, you would make it out of stone. That's, I mean, pretty logical. However, when it comes to building in Minecraft, you need to think of them as colors. So even though, you know, coral, you wouldn't make a foundation out of coral or a house out of coral. It's a pretty nice gray color that you can use to blend tough in a bit better. But yeah, this is a really dangerous scale because it can get really messy really quickly and it's gonna look bad if it's a small scale and you're using a lot of blocks. So you need to be careful. Something I still do to this day, like it's really easy to mess up. But messing up is fine because by messing up you learn, and by learning you learn. Okay, let's get some stone bricks in there. Or moss. Let's do some moss. I think moss is good. Oh, pale moss. Oh, I haven't even tried this block yet. Ooh. I didn't even add a door. I need to add the door to a house. Let's brick. Mossy stone brick. There we go. It's just gonna blend in a bit easier. If I use glow lichen, I think. There. But what happened here? Okay, I'm not really a fan of this. Like, see, it's getting a bit too busy. So I'm just gonna do normal stone bricks to keep the color the same. Maybe add some cracked stone bricks for a little bit of a different texture. Kind of break it up. Alright. It's pretty good. And let's focus on the roof a bit now before I do anything else. Or I can get some concrete powder, like light gray concrete powder. That's not the easiest word to say. Kind of. Although, see, on this scale, it's pretty tough. And I think I will change it because I can just move this up a block. Boom. And now I can have a 3-block tall wall, which looks a bit better. There we go. Or, I think I've done red roofs before. Let's do a blue roof. Like a dark blue roof. Because going from dark blue to... Let's go from dark blue to stone. Or like a gray roof. Because I can use a lapis ore. No, that's deep slate. Yeah, let's do deep slate. Because like if I do one half of the roof like this, the other half like this. And yeah, it's gonna be pretty stark at the beginning, but there. So let's have some intermediaries. Let's make this a bit bigger. Maybe have clay instead of that. Not clay, terracotta. How did I... No, that's too gray. What would work better? Maybe blue? Concrete, I guess. Glazed terracotta. Let's use the color picker because this can give me not that. This. Some similar blocks. Wool. Tube coral. Oh, I think tube coral is the way to go. Here we go. And have it a bit darker on the edges. Glazed terracotta. That's a bit too dark on the edges. But we can do it on the other edge as well by using deep slate. This. I think it's too bright with the coral. So let's do wool. Let's make this a bit bigger. And we can extend the cobblestone part, or the cobble deep slate part. Hello, Mr. Villager. Thank you for dropping in on the stream. How are you? How has your day been? I'm here building this little house, and I want to kind of mess around with some colors on it. And from a distance, that doesn't look half bad. Yeah, sometimes you just need to chill a little bit. Dude, that's really hard to say, not gonna lie. I think I'm just gonna copy this on the side. Have it be blue as well. I started a stream and I didn't even know what I was gonna build. It just kind of, you know, went with the flow, and I started building this house. Let's get some mangrove here to simulate the shadow that the roof would give. And some... Yeah, I'm pretty rusty as well. I haven't built in about 4 months. Took a 4-month break from this game. And building is kind of weird right now. But I did make some pretty cool stuff. Like if you saw my last video, the one with the snake, did you see it? The snake sword. Yeah, the eyes. I made the eyes. Where is it? There it is. I made the eyes with oxide daisies. This is a cool thing I saw. Hello, Sung. Let me say what I wanted to say about the eyes, and then I'm gonna answer your question. Yeah, so I made the eye out of an oxide daisy because from afar you can't really see it's a flower, and it adds a really nice white glint to the eye. I'm not making the roof deep because I want to try and use shadow on the thing, you know, to emulate the depth of the roof without actually making the roof deep. Sometimes it doesn't look as good as if you would make it deep, but it's kind of like a skill, you know? You need to be good at it for it to look really good. And without trying, it's never gonna look good. Yeah, sure, I could try and make a tutorial on shading. I kind of discuss shading during my videos, but yeah, I don't really have a deep video about just shading. I can definitely do that in the future. Yeah, making small builds is, or smaller builds is usually what I did as well, but being on a bigger scale, it gives you so much freedom when it comes to color and like, you know, on a small scale it's really hard to do good texturing because it's gonna get messy really quick. Yeah, sure, ask away. What do you need help with, Mr. Villager? I don't like that. A tiny tent? I mean, I haven't really built a tent before, but I can try. A white tent with a gradient? Okay. I'm gonna finish the texturing really quick on this because it's a small build, and then I'm gonna try and make a tent. Why not? Let's make some windows. 5 by 5. Oh, that's actually really tiny. I didn't think it was that tiny. Okay, I'm gonna try. I don't need windows on every wall. And let's make the entrance over here. Like this. Door. And tough stairs. I didn't want it. Well. Yeah, glad to do that. That's the hope of this live stream, to help people feel better or just chill, I guess. And to go with the blue roof, there's no blue slabs. Okay, that's not ideal. But there are wooden slabs. I don't even know what would work here, honestly. Try trapdoors, because there's no blue trapdoors. Never mind. Then I'm gonna just do it by out of spruce. From my experience, it's much harder to speak English when, like, you have to do it on the fly than if you know, have time to make a script and things like that. Let's add some signs. I think that's gonna help with the look of the windows. Oh, I can't add signs there. Okay. This needs to be changed. I'm just gonna scrap this whole fence thing. There we go. And let's add signs all the way around. Boom. I mean, you can say it. Why not? I mean, if you started to say it. I'd love to hear about your hardcore project, whatever you want to build there. You know what? I'm gonna just do the tent. I keep thinking about the tent, and now I really want to try my hand at it. So you said 5 by 5. I'm guessing the entrance is like 3 blocks. However, 5 by 5, that's really tough. Cause like I can't make it. Let's try making it with walls. Although, do you want it survival friendly? Because I can probably make it survival unfriendly. There it is. Self-sustainable village. Automated. That's actually pretty cool. Not gonna lie. I really like these steampunkish or automated. I do not know if that's what you meant, but I really like steampunk and automated things. Okay, I need to do some gates. But yeah, that sounds like a really cool project. You should definitely finish that if you want. And I'm thinking of releasing a Discord pretty soon, but my community is not yet big enough to kind of have a Discord. Yeah, steampunk is great. Okay. So it does look kind of weird with the trapdoors, I do think. But I mean, on this scale, there's not really much I can do else. Not much else I can do. 5 by 5. And then just mirror it like this. Also, pale trapdoors is closest I have to a white trapdoors, so they're gonna have to do. Implementing a gradient in this as well. This is pretty challenging. See what I mean? I mean, on a small scale, it's really really tough to do things because yeah, what other white slabs do I have? Pale oak. Okay, so we can do pale oak like that. Works with the trapdoors as well, and maybe here because iron is a bit more similar to diorite. I guess that works. Where can I use spruce stairs, Sung? Like inside for that? Spruce stairs won't look good on a white build. Really, your first? Outside. Your first build being steampunk, that's pretty awesome. I mean, I can't really build steampunk. It's really hard. Much harder than medieval. I mean, I think it seems harder than medieval because I've been building medieval for so long. But Frostpunk 2. I mean, I've heard of it. I think it's a game, right? But Frostpunk is different from Cyberpunk. Or I mean, not Cyberpunk, Steampunk, because in Frostpunk, the world is like the apocalypse is, you know, like everything's frozen, right? Yeah, I guess could work, but then it'll feel kind of constrained. I can do that. Also, pale oak looks pinkish to me. Maybe I'm just colorblind. If I make these stairs as well. Let's add a trapdoor. No. Okay, now for the gradient. Okay, why that doesn't work, I don't know. I mean, you have a white tent, but fitting a gradient in here. Okay, let's see what I can do. Trapdoors really streamlined modern movement. I don't know, I haven't really heard about that. Maybe you can elaborate on it. I've never played the game. Guess I can maybe... But it's transparent. That's gonna... Yeah, they have a pinkish hue. There's a video by a very talented YouTuber. His name's Goose. Or I think on YouTube he's the loosest of gooses, you might know. You might know him. And he has a whole video on where he says diorite is pink. I don't see diorite being pink. I see this wood as being pink. Diorite, not as much. But he talks about saturation, I think, and things like that. Yeah, you know him. He has a whole video on that topic, which is pretty cool. Let's see what similar colors I have that I can transition with. Quartz, I guess, could work. No, it's too different. Calcite? Yeah, I don't really think... I'm sorry, but I don't really think a gradient is possible on this scale. It's really tough. Having to use these trapdoors as well really makes it harder because trapdoors are very limited in colors. So yeah, this is Oh, that looks weird. Never mind. Best I can do is, I don't know. Actually, now that you say, if you get cherry planks, they are basically identical, and this one's just much less saturated than the one on the left. How long have I been streaming for? I don't even know. Kind of like close to an hour, I think. This is just kind of a test stream. I wanted to see if anyone was going to tune in, because I've never streamed before. This is pretty fun, honestly. I'm going to probably do it in the future. So let's see if I add ladders on the window. No, that looks weird. However, if I add them on top of the window. There we go. Let me go full screen. There we go. So yeah. Am I really done with this already? What else can I do? Maybe add a chimney on top. Yeah, let's add a chimney. I don't know what colors though. Ooh, I haven't even used this yet. All the new blocks. I haven't gotten to use them because I took my break right before they came out. And so they're all really new. I haven't played around with them yet. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna consider the gradient shading tutorial, or maybe on my next like bigger build, I can explain it a bit better, the way I do it, or the way I think about it. I don't know what material I can use. Maybe stone to go with the foundation of the build. If I extend it like this and add some cobblestone. Oh, never mind. I know what I want to do. Oh wait, no, that's much more similar to the deep slate than I thought. I'm not gonna do that. And let's add a campfire with some signs. See how the payload looks. I think trapdoors are a bit too bulky to use right here, so I'm gonna use those. And add a cobblestone slab. Yeah, that's alright for a very small build. So let's move on to the next one. This is the first asset. Let's even move it out of the way. Let's put it in the corner. Yeah, everyone just kind of makes gradients. All my older builds don't have gradients because when I first learned building, gradients weren't really that mainstream and that popular. So I kind of like learned random texturing. So it's really hard for me to get used to this new style that's popped up. I think they do, but it has to be... Oh, never mind. I don't know. I don't really think about mechanics in this game. Redstone and the game's mechanics in general are just not my thing. Let's outline this so it looks a bit better with some cyan terracotta. Also, hello Vortex. I don't know if you've commented before. How's your day? How are you? So yeah, what I was saying about gradients. Gradients are very mainstream now because they look really good. Like if you can pull off a very good gradient, you are gonna have a very good looking build. On a smaller scale, as I've said so many times this live stream already, it's really hard because you don't have that much space to use like 10 different blocks so your gradient is smooth. But on a bit of a larger scale, you can definitely up the amount of blocks that you use, and it'll look absolutely amazing. Snarple, I think, is pretty much, at least from who I know in building and who's a bit more popular, Snarple is a god to when it comes to making gradients and using color. Been good. What about you? Yeah, I've been good as well. You know, building, as you can see. I edited the snake video today. I don't know if you saw that. What's that? Oh, all the signs and everything just kind of stayed here. I'm just gonna move those. Also, how was everyone's Easter? If you celebrated food and stuff. At least where I live, there's a lot of really tasty food when it's around Easter. There we go. Perfect. So now that I have this really basic color palette, let's paste it around or get the colors. So I can... Oh, you live alone. Yeah, Easter is much more fun when you have family or even friends that you can celebrate with. Although, I don't know, to me, Easter kind of seems weird when you think about, you know, celebrating, because what is Easter? At least in Christianity. I don't know about other religions, but in Christianity, like, Easter is the day Christ died, and then he got resurrected, from what I know. I could be wrong on this. I'm not a religion expert or whatever. Oh, I need to get these as well. So it kind of like, it feels weird that you're celebrating, you know, the death of someone. Teaching block vomit. Yeah, block vomit is something that's really hard to avoid. Like, I could even consider this block vomit, honestly. And Snarple's video is probably the best tutorial out there when it comes to shading. And coming from the best shader. Shader. Sounds weird to call someone a shader. Let's get the roof as well. Like, see, if you put it like that, you go far away. That's a bit too far. I think it's a pretty alright-ish texture. Although, now that I realized, if I put a deep slate in between these two, not stairs. Like, if I have it like this, because that's the deep slate, normal deep slate color. Yeah, that transition's a bit better. So then if I do boom and boom, boom, boom. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, so we have this down. And as for detail blocks, I don't think I'm gonna get those. I don't know why I have moss here. It shouldn't be moss. It should be stone brick. So here's the palette. That's 3 blocks. So boom. Kind of feels really nice to have things organized like this. If I can just put them right there. Red. Actually, let's it does have a couple more reddish pinkish blocks. I guess it differs from, everyone sees colors differently. Because as I said, I see pale oak really pink. Like, it's actually incredibly pink when you think about it. It's like a really, really pale pink. But yeah, I can definitely see how you would see that as red. I kind of use coral when transitioning from tough to stone. Let's see if I have... Do I have it here? Let's see, is this it? So I built something this summer. Oh no, this one's the bad one. Never mind, I think it's here actually. Yeah. The Imperial Palace that I built. Or I called it the Imperial Factory. I don't even know what I called it. Like, it's It's not the best because I use stone, and stone is much less saturated than coral. But you can use coral to blend tough into cobblestone or darker stones in general. If you go a bit further away, looks pretty alright. These are builds I did in summer, like my only 2 cyberpunk builds right here, and my first organic compared to my other 2 organics, which are much better than this. Like this tree is pretty bad, not gonna lie. But yeah, I'm really happy with how these 2 turned out. I did use a bit too many colors here. That's the one thing I would change. And also I've been getting much better at gradients than when I did this build, because red straight to purple terracotta. Pretty weird. Pretty weird. Okay, let's go back. Yeah, thanks Kisaragi. I think it's my favorite out of the cyberpunk builds or steampunk builds that I've done so far. What is happening? Every time I come back here, the build that I moved is still there. I need to render it again. I'm definitely gonna do some more of those like Asian cyberpunk oriental type of builds, but I just need some inspiration. I wanted to do that today, but since it's just a test stream, I don't think I'm gonna go that far yet. Okay, so let's take the base block and let's make a new foundation. This one I want to make a bit bigger. So let's make a 6, 7, 8, 9, 11. This is gonna be the main body. 4, 5, 6, 7. Might be too wide. Could do this. There. And then we can have a small tower. But yeah, let's extrude this. No, not that. 2, 3, 4. And we can have the diorite. Oh, I didn't put the diorite here. Yeah. You see it dried? What do you mean you see it dried, Mr. Villager? What do you see dried? Oh, dried coral blocks, dried kelp. I thought I missed a message from Vortex saying stuff about coral. Yeah, I don't think Vortex is gonna take offense about that. It's not really a hateful comment, at least in my opinion. I don't know what Vortex thinks. Maybe that's just because I like teasing people as well, so. Yeah, dried kelp is really good, now that you guys are saying it. I don't use it enough, but it's a really good block. You can use it to make even some Windows designs, like with the lines and everything. Like maybe get some trapdoors in there, I guess. I don't know. Oh, not trapdoors, wait. There we go. Then you have some split windows. Oh yeah, and trash bags as well. Like for the city decoration. You're right, Mr. Villager. Oh, you have a building in the bakery, Vortex? Do you have a plot I can visit with a command? I can check it out, maybe? What's your IGN? Vortex? Oh, ACV2, this is you. Oh. Oh, you have a gradient layout. I should make one of these, or get one from someone, because these are really handy. Wow, dude, this is awesome. Yeah. I really like the dome. The dome is really clean. Oh yeah, interiors are... I don't even try interiors anymore. They're really hard. Oh, this looks great though. Yeah, it's a really nice interior. I mean, it's not finished, I think, yet, right? Because you need to add some stuff. Let's look at the kelp windows. Yeah, look. Really nice windows. Great job, Vortex. Great job. Hey, Pale. Finally someone I know. I was expecting more people that I recognize from like older videos, but all the previous viewers were new. Also, feel free to subscribe, guys. If you're not subscribed, then like this stream. I think that's gonna help. Oh, I closed my chat. Now I need to open it up again. I'm sorry, by the way, if I keep leaning onto my... Oh, 13 viewers? What? Okay, I did not expect to see 13 viewers. That's quite a bit, at least to my standards. Sorry if I'm leaning it onto my mic and the sound just explodes all of a sudden. I'm not used to streaming and having to think about doing that. But yeah, great job, Vortex. Now let's go back. I'm not here. What am I doing? There it is. Let's continue this. How have you been? How have you been, Pale? How's your day? Alright, that's cool. Did you celebrate Easter in any way? These couple of days? I mean, I guess today and yesterday. I don't like that. Just something weird. I think this is what makes it look weird. Actually, how do you guys do gradients? What are you based on? Like, you do it based on the shadows in the material, or based on where of the material, if in the build based on RL, or simply do it randomly? Okay, when it comes to shading, actually, you know what? Let me answer Pale, because that's gonna be a faster answer than your question, Mr. Villager. Oh, happy birthday to your dad, Pale. Say happy birthday to Pale's dad, guys. Thank you. That would be nice. Why is it unequal? Okay, I did something wrong. Oh, that's why it's not on. That's why it's not equal. And I think that's why it looked weird as well. Yeah. The effect of colors it creates when related with natural phenomena is like wet, dry. Yeah. So, when you do shading, this is a bit loud. I guess that's fine. So, okay. Well, my mind just kind of exploded. Exactly, Vortex. Thank you. My neurons stopped working and I couldn't really answer. So yeah, you can use any of those. It really depends on what build you're doing and in what scenario. Like, okay, let's say this wall was near a water source or something, or you know, even rain can cause. Like, you can show it by having moss, you know, blending that in, showing that, you know, water was pouring down, plants started growing around it, stuff like that. What else did you say? Yeah, shadow. Like, you can think about where the light's gonna hit from and where light is gonna appear. Because as I said over here, you know, you have this is supposed to be jutting out, but it's not on this specific build. And so you would have shadows under the second floor, because, you know, this is kind of coming out, if I can, you know, explain. Free will. I mean, it is free will, and you can use reference pictures. References really help. It's still not centered. What is? Oh, of course it's not centered, because it's a 6 wide wall. What am I doing? Okay, there we go. Using reference pictures can really help, because they usually have, especially artwork, usually you can see the shadows on there, and that can help you. By practicing and making those, you can start like being able to figure them out yourselves. Also, if you have an art background, like I know Pale's a great artist, if I remember correctly, and so when you have an art background, you kind of already understand light and shadow, and it could be easier for you if you're building in Minecraft. I don't have an art background, so I can't comment on that fully, but Pale, feel free to say something if you want about that. Yeah, no problem. If you have any other questions, I'm gonna try my best to answer them, even though it's pretty hard. I'm not the best at explaining things, even if I understand them. Like, I kind of understand building in Minecraft, but it's hard to explain, because I can never really have to explain it. Is this no copyright? I think I just heard it before somewhere. I need to be careful with that. I think part of why I can't really explain what I do is because my building process is really messy. I keep going back and forth. Like, as you can see, I didn't finish the walls, I didn't finish anything, but I started working on the shadows on the roof. I don't really have a method when building. It's usually go with the flow. I'm glad I could help, Mr. Villager. It's really fun seeing your name right away. Yeah, exactly. If I don't jump around, and I just kind of stick in one place, I get bored, and then I just quit the game. Before I finish the build. Okay, where do I put the entrance on this thing? Maybe for this one, since it's a bit bigger, let's try giving it a sort of platform entrance. Not there. That's the chimney. I think it's still not big enough for that. It's gonna look weird. Yeah, no problem, Mr. Villager. Thank you for tuning into the stream. And yeah, that's a nice gradient idea. Have a good day. Or night, whatever. Yes, exactly. Because if you have one part done, then you can copy it everywhere, and it's gonna look better. I kind of get what you're saying. Let's make a single door for this one. Boom. Afternoon, yeah. There you go. Thing is, I would like to start a kind of a bigger project, like making a city or something. But with the problem with that is, I want to keep up posting on YouTube, and if I start making a city, that's gonna take a while, and then I'm not gonna post for weeks on end when I'm working on a project. And I mean, I guess quality is better than quantity, but usually quality doesn't. Even at the start when you need to grow, not even. It's gonna be tough if you post every couple of months or weeks. Okay, what's happening? I'm getting Discord notifications. Sorry, guys. Also, it gives me momentary satisfaction of seeing a small section completed. Exactly. You see the small section and then you get motivated to continue to build until the end. Okay, let's add some of the blue on the roof. Or do I make this a different color? Do I go with the same theme? Or do I try a different gradient? Yeah, let's try a different one. Let's go from gold this time. So let's use yellow. And we can do the same ore transition, because that's pretty easy. So let's do that. Let's move it in one. Perfect. Although now this isn't right. Okay, it's fine now. There we go. So let's have the split be like this. And let's see what yellow is closer to the gold. I think concrete is a bit too yellow. Or is that terracotta? What other yellow blocks do I have? Glazed terracotta. I have yellow wool. Okay, let's see if I go to a lighter block when transitioning. That's still too harsh. I don't like this. Also, if you have any ideas or building tips, feel free to go ahead and tell me. And critiquing the build is very, very much fine. Okay, let's scrap the yellow for now. Let's do a green one. Again, ore transition, so I'm gonna use emerald. Emeralde. Yeah, gold blocks would be too shiny. And they also have that kind of... Wait, the raw gold blocks. Still, I think it's a bit too different. Like there, you know, I kind of like how the lapis blends, but here it's pretty weird. So yeah, let's do green for now. Let's see what green blocks would look similar to emerald. Color picker. Guess dark prismarine. Doesn't really seem intuitive to go from deep slate to dark prismarine, but that weirdly works. That doesn't though. Okay, let's keep it a dark prismarine. Why not? And we can now have the normal deep slate to get the transition in. Let's reload the stream again to see if there's any difference in the viewer count. Hello, Wolfie Romania. Yeah, I'm not even gonna try and lie about it. He's my cousin. And he's also an artist, so we were talking about how, you know... I actually forgot. Wait. There was something about art. Yeah, on shadows. Like, we were talking, someone asked me how I know where to put shadows on builds, and how to go about that. And I was saying that artists have the upper hand because you already know about light and shadow from your artworks. Check out, you can check out his Instagram. He does tattoos. It's Draw with Wolfie, the same way he has his name spelled right here. Give him a follow if you want. Highly recommend his work. I mean, yeah, I was referencing the fact that if you were to start building, you would have an upper hand when it comes to figuring out shadows. You can't build your asset building in Minecraft. But I mean, everyone started off somewhere, I guess. So it's fine. Okay, let's oh, now this looks weird. This looks weird as well. Now everything's starting to look weird. This is usually when I take a break. Because when things start getting weird, you kind of just need to detach. Oh no. Cyan, we need cyan. Not that. What's happening? Nah, man, I just joined the live. You can't. Yes, I can't. Or no, I can't. I don't know how much I'm gonna be streaming for, but is that too different? It is. Why does the lapis gradient look good, and these don't look good? I'm confused. Doesn't make sense, because it's like basically the same principle. Over there I have blue or dark blue, and here I have cyan. It's the same thing. But this doesn't look as good as that. Okay, even to like ease my mind, I guess. Let's clone this and change the palette to the other blue gradient. There. I think the reason it looks better is because the blue on the lapis is darker, and it goes better with the dark of the deep slate. I'm actually gonna test that out by doing something after I compare these. Like, yeah, see, that looks much better than the light blue. However, if I go here, yes, exactly. I mean, that's what I was. Oh, you see it good, Vortex? Yeah, beauty is subjective, I guess. Because if I go with this, and then instead of, I don't even know if this is gonna work. I'm just gonna try it. Like, see, if it goes to a lighter thing, looks better than if it goes to a darker thing, but now the whole house is gray. So I guess we're gonna keep going with the same color scheme for this this build. What am I doing? Okay, now about this. Let's do some walls. Because if I'm gonna indent it with a wall, it's not gonna look as flat. Oh, but the walls have no updates. Yeah. Perfect. I guess the top is finished. Let's put the chimney in. The same, the same design. Oh, I forgot to ask you, Wolfie, how was your day? Because I asked everyone that joined the stream how their day was, so I guess it's your turn now. Oh wait, I just realized I was gonna make that a chimney. Or was I? Can't make it a tower, it's too small to make a tower. Anyway. Pretty good. Chilled with friends, went to car meet, and took some photos. Nice. You still haven't edited the dog photos. Or if you have edited them. Why is it so hard to speak? If you have edited them, you did not send them to me, and that's not nice. Again, anyone who's on the stream and you're just watching, feel free to come in and say something if you want to chat. Ah, you thought about how big of a... I can't say that word here. You are. No wolfies were harmed in the making of today's video. I mean, actually, really, I couldn't even harm him if I wanted to, so... He's safe. Don't worry. That's not what I wanted to do. No, he's not a gym person, but he's huge. And much stronger than me. Actually, he is a gym person. Don't listen to me. But he hasn't been a gym person for a long time. Yeah, 3 weeks. No, I didn't mean that you haven't been to the gym in a long time. You haven't been going to the gym for a long time. Like, you're still pretty much new to the gym. When it comes to going consistently, I mean. Kind of like the first house a bit more. But I mean, I guess this one's fine. Let's get some... No. Let's try some cherry. Hello, Spayern Speller. I hope I said that right. Sorry if I didn't. How's your day? How have you been? And welcome to the stream. Thank you for coming in and chatting. Like, see what I mean? It's such a different white from diorite and everything else. Like, I can't even use it. It's too contrasty. That's too contrasty as well. What am I gonna put there? I think wool. Wool's too light as well. What is happening? I don't like the flat diorite. I need something in there. If you have any ideas, guys, help me out. White concrete powder is gonna be way too white. Yeah. Exactly. A warmer white, closer to pink. Snow blocks? Yeah, not even close. Ah, nice. You're from Sweden. It's pretty cool. It's cold up there. I wouldn't like to live in Sweden, honestly, because I hate the cold. But yeah, it's a lovely country. I knew someone from Norway once, so that's pretty close to you, I guess. Actually, never mind, I'm lying. I knew someone from Sweden as well. What am I gonna use? White concrete is bluish. It's not gonna work. Lichen. Like blending it in with lichen. Is that what you're saying, Pale? I mean, it is a bit dark, but honestly... Is there any, like, pale block I can use? Yeah, I mean, I think on this scale, at least, this is probably my best shot. Just using... lichen. Thank you, Pale. Depends on what you think is cold. Because I bet what's cold for you is freezing for me. Anything under 8 degrees Celsius, I think I consider cold. Coping on your bias. Yeah, no, diorite is probably my favorite white block in the game. At least for now. Could change. Let's get the signs in. Oh, that's gonna mess with the lichen. That's fine. Oh, you're from Japan, dude. That's awesome. Oh, thank you. I'm gonna call you Speller, if that's fine. Thank you, Speller. Yeah, I'd love to go to Japan. I don't care if it's cold. Japan is the exception. If it's cold in Japan, I don't even care. There's so much cool stuff in Japan. Like sites, technology. I'm dodging saying anime, but I mean, yeah, anime is a big part. But yeah, the culture, the food, the people, I'd absolutely love. Not even just Japan. I think anything in Eastern Asia. Like, you know, Korea, China, Japan, Vietnam, Thailand. I mean, Thailand is more, never mind. But yeah, all of those countries I'd love to visit at some point. You're from the Caribbean, dude. That's another, because like the Caribbean, I'd love to go everywhere really, because the Caribbean is awesome. It's hot. It's like a dream place to live. It's close to South America, which is like, you know, 30 degrees Celsius being a normal temp. I mean, even though I like hotter places, that might be a bit too hot. Depends how humid the air is, because humidity impacts how hot it feels. Yeah, it's cool to see people from all over the world. Like, we have the Caribbean, which is in the Western Hemisphere. We have Japan, which is... I mean, I'm talking about on the map, okay? Because I know Japan is not actually that far from the US and everything. But, like, on the map, we have Japan, which is on the far right side. We have the Caribbean, which is on the left side. And Sweden, which is in the middle. You know, Northern Europe. Yes, I do only play Minecraft on this channel. It's what started it, and it's what's going to continue for now. Although I have been thinking maybe on future streams, if I end up streaming again, I can play some other games, like Elden Ring, because I've been playing some Elden Ring, and that's an absolutely amazing game, or Valorant. But I'm not gonna promise nice words when playing Valorant. Is this done? Or do I want to make something more? Add something else. Make something more? Sometimes I kind of forget how to speak. That's an issue. Okay, what I can do is lower this. No, I can't lower it because then it's gonna be flat. Yeah. I haven't played LOL, but I know a couple of people who play LOL. A friend from the gym plays LOL. Or he played LOL. I don't think he plays anymore. League of Legends. LOL sounds weird when you say it in English. Okay, I think this is fine. These being asset houses are just pretty simple. Like, I'm not going heavy on detailing and stuff, and I'm not even gonna attempt making an interior. There we go. Let's rotate and put it in. Perfect. I used to be pretty good at Valorant. Then I took a relatively long break, and now I'm kind of trash. I got up to Diamond 1. Oh, it's fine, Speller. You can definitely ask questions like that to, I don't know, get to know stuff. I don't really have a favorite singer because I listen to a lot of different songs and a lot of different genres. Like, I have listened to rock, I listen to jazz, I listen to Manele, which is a kind of, Romanian type of song. I would play it, but I don't think I'm allowed to play that. I'm not sure on the rules with copyrighted songs yet, so I'm not going to risk it until I know the rules a bit better. So yeah. Although right now I think my favorite singer, that's actually really hard. I think I'm leaning towards 3 Days Grace. They're my favorite band. No, I'm not. What? Yeah, I'm not gonna play it. I said I'm not gonna play it. Although some Sanka would go really well. English, bro. What is happening? Anyway, sorry. So yeah, I think 3 Days Grace is probably my favorite. They're not one singer. They're multiple singers. But yeah, I've been listening to them since I was a smaller kid. Like, I remember very old AMVs and tributes, and AMVs and tributes were like the old versions of edits. And yeah, those were usually playing a 3 Days Grace song, and it was, oh, I just banged my microphone. Yeah, I'm sorry for that. But yeah, 3 Days Grace would be my my pick right now, at least in the rock genre. For other genres, like, I have, as I said, I listen to a bunch of different things. For other genres, I'm not sure of a favorite. Stream died? Or what died? I'm confused. Did I die? Am I a ghost? Okay, what's next? Do I keep building? For me, it's not that. I'm watching it at the same time, and it's working, I think. I mean, actually, no, it could have died because my internet's not really the best. But yeah, I'm sorry for that. Okay. Could have been you, could have been the stream. I'm not sure. What to build? Do I make another house like this? Continue the assets? Or no? I mean, sure, Speller, if you want. I think it would be Spejarn, right? Because like J is U. I don't know anything about Swedish, so feel free to correct me and tell me how to say it. Or Spejarn, maybe. I don't know. I think Swedish is closer to German than anything I know how to speak, so. Which one, the Spejarn or the Spejarn? You know what? Actually, let's play some survival. Oh no, wait, we can't play survival because I need to record. Oh, and it's just laggy. Okay, let's not go into survival. I hope not. I would hope it's not something bad in Swedish. Oh, the not German one. So Spejarn. You know what? I'm gonna make interiors. I've decided. I'm turning to the dark side. Let's make some interiors. Okay. The scout. I don't know. I mean, one day at school we were trying to figure out what each of our names meant because we were getting bored at you know, IT class, or I don't know how to translate it. Basically, you know, computers class, whatever. And one of my friends' names, the guy who sits right next to me, his name means like conqueror, strong like stone, you know, things like that. And then you have my name. It means what did it mean? It means like loved, or not loved, like lovable and useful. Yeah, my name means useful, so I'm useful to people. And then my friend is the conqueror, the strongest, the most amazing, strongest stone. But anyways, the Swedish word spelar is pronounced spelar. The E sounds like E in bed. Spelar. Spelar. The A is like A in car. Spelar. The R is soft, sometimes rolled or lightly touched. So it's spelar. Okay. Spelar. Spelar. I should be able to roll an R because I study French, but I hate French. So, yeah. Exactly, lol. Let's, I kind of really want to make another one of these houses. Yeah, let's make one more house. I'll make this one. Or do I want to make another house? I'm very, very unsure. So I don't think I'm going to be streaming for much longer. Maybe one more build. Also, I should put my phone. Should get my charger because it's getting low on battery. Yeah, but if I start something big, I'm not gonna end it. And then, I mean, I guess I could start a big project and, you know, make multiple streams or videos about the project. But this was supposed to be a test stream. Make a 1-to-1 replica of the Milky Way. Yeah, quick and easy, of course. I'll start with Sagittarius A star. Why not? You know, actually, building a galaxy would be pretty cool, but that would take ages, brother. My name also comes from the Bible. It means faithful. Oh, it's pretty cool. Like the one you showed me a couple of days ago. What did I show you a couple of days ago? This? I finished this. I posted a video about it. Yeah, my name, I mean, I guess David was the first king in the Bible. King David, I guess. And there's David and Goliath, the legend. I also kind of want to make a mushroom. I feel like making a mushroom would be pretty cool. Or no, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make some mechanical assets because I've been thinking of maybe starting a cyberpunk project or something. My name means famous warrior. I mean, yeah, you didn't tell me you finished. Yeah, I did finish. Famous warrior, that's pretty cool, not gonna lie. Thank you, Spejarn. You know, it's not the best organic I've done yet. I think the other one with the skull that I think I showed it to you, right, on stream. That one was better, but yeah, it's a step in the right direction. I'm getting better at organics, definitely. Let's make a belt. Trapdoors. And thank you, Vortex. It is, yeah. I mean, I'm not saying it's not good. It's just when I say something I make is not good, it's when I compare it to the best. That's a problem, actually, because I compare myself to others in real life as well. It's a hassle. It's not really the best thing to do. But I mean, it kind of, I guess it motivates me, pushes me to get better, stuff like that. Okay, what do I think chains, probably. I should record this as well with the flashback mod. When did you start playing Minecraft? Like what year? Okay, so I started playing Minecraft a long time ago. I don't remember when exactly. I think it was somewhere between 2014 and 2015 when I was really, really small. I think I had just started school back then. And I started playing Minecraft Pocket Edition. But when I started playing actual Java, I think that was around 2017. 2016, I know I got my first console ever. I got my Xbox, and that came with Minecraft. Or I think I bought Minecraft. And that was amazing because I remember back then, or at least the edition, or like the version of Pocket Edition that I had didn't have all the blocks. Because it was like cracked or something. I don't know. I am 17, yes. And it didn't have all the blocks, and when I got the Xbox One edition and it had so many more blocks, I was blown away. And yeah, so that's when I played the console version. And Java edition, I think I played in 2017 when my dad let me play on his laptop, because before then I really didn't have the only computer I did have was like a really old computer which had Windows XP. And Windows XP, I don't think you can play Minecraft on Windows XP. It's like a fan. So yeah, that's like the story. And then I got my own laptop in 2018, 2019, somewhere along those lines. And I played Minecraft on that, but it was a crappy laptop. And yeah. And then in 2021, in April, I got the same PC that I'm playing on right now, and I remember some of my first builds. Actually, I could show you, but I need to get a different scene. Yeah, that's gonna be a bit of a hassle right now. I started a bunch of different servers actually with my cousin who's on the stream. I think he is on the stream. I don't know. Maybe he left. But we started servers, and I built my first ever town because I was really inspired by this YouTuber called Flip. You probably know him. And I wanted to build my own town. I made some farmland that was in the shape of a schnitzel, if you looked at it from the top, and so I named the town Schnitzel Town. It's a really fond memory that I have. And yeah, that was basically my first ever build. Then I was invited to an SMP, a small SMP, like a small community, which had Pale as well. I don't know if Pale's still here, but Pale was there, and my cousin was there, and actually that's where I met the guy that I told you about from Sweden. He was a much better builder than me back then. I don't know what to do. I made the belt. I guess I can make a gear. I forgot how to make gears. And yeah, everything kind of just went up from there. Kept on building. 2022, I joined the bakery for the first time. Back then it was actually a private server. What other games do I play? I'm gonna answer that after I finish this part of the story. So in 2022, I joined the bakery because one of my friends from that SMP was in the bakery, and he told me that I should join because my builds are pretty cool, whatever. And I joined the bakery. I thought that... Oh, what is happening, bro? My brain kind of blacked out again. Okay. So I was invited to the bakery when it was still a private server of just a couple of creators. And I started creating on Instagram. I posted my builds. You can find me on Instagram, by the way, if you want. Same name is right here. And I grew up to like 5K. But I took a break. While I took the break, I was, demoted from a server, kicked, whatever, for inactivity. And then the bakery got really big. So, yeah. But I remember really nice days when I used to talk to Shovel, all the builders who used to hang out on Discord voice calls, and kind of just have a bunch of fun. I think summer 2022 was probably the best summer I've had so far when it comes to Minecraft, because I've had better summers since then. But like, strictly talking about playing Minecraft and having fun while playing the game, I think nothing can beat summer 2022. It was just amazing. And yeah, I learned a lot when I talked to those people, and I'm still friends with a couple of them. I mean, Grayson. I used to message Grayson, kind of asking him how he's been doing and stuff like that. But yeah, what other games do I play? So I play a bunch of different games because I usually jump from game to game. Recently, like today, I played Overwatch. I installed Overwatch a couple of days ago. But Overwatch is really annoying, and it's changed a lot, so it's not the game that it used to be. I played Valorant a lot, as I told you before. I was Diamond 1 in my peak. During my peak. Fun times on Valorant as well, considering all of the annoying people that you get to play with. I also play FIFA, or I mean FC 25 technically, but everyone calls it FIFA because I'm a fan of football. What else? I mean, that's about it really. Nothing else major. Like a couple of different games here and there, but this is mostly what I play. Maybe I'm forgetting something. I played a lot of Ark. Yeah, I played the Ark Survival Evolved quite a bit. And that's a really cool game. I'd love to play it again. Alright, actually I'd love to play the new one, the Ascended. But my PC is nowhere near good enough to run that game. Oh, and Elden Ring, yeah. I play Elden Ring. My life seems very interesting. Thank you. Yeah. My life's all right. There's stuff about it that you wouldn't like, but there's a lot of stuff that I'm grateful for. Of course. Tomorrow I'm finally going to the gym again. It's been a couple of days that I kind of took a break. I didn't go to the gym on Friday or on Saturday, which usually are gym days. But tomorrow's chest day, so everything's gonna be all right and amazing, hopefully. Yeah. One of my older friends played Rust. Doesn't really seem interesting to me. Arc just kind of had an appeal because Arc was appealing to me because I'm a huge fan of nature, huge fan of animals, dinosaurs, and you know, Ark, just kind of the idea, survival game with dinosaurs, riding dinosaurs, taming dinosaurs, it just kind of seemed really cool. And even if you're not that huge of a dinosaur nerd or fan, I think you can really appreciate Ark. It's a really nice game. In my opinion. Of course, you can have a different opinion, that's fine. Oh, it's almost 12. Okay. The time's been going by very, very fast, not gonna lie. I've been enjoying myself. I didn't think a lot of you guys would you know, chat. At some point, we had 13 viewers. Like, at best, I thought I would have maybe gotten, I don't know, 2 viewers, 3 viewers. Right now we have 6, but that's fine. We know, you know, Arc is good, but the online is kind of, yeah. Arc online is, it's not the most amazing experience ever. Dark Souls 3 is probably my favorite game of all time. I have not played Dark Souls. I installed Elden Ring a little bit before New Year's, and I got to Renala. Then I kind of stopped playing because I burned out on it. That's usually what happens. I burn out on a game and I play something else. But Dark Souls, yeah, Dark Souls looks like a really cool game. Maybe because it kind of has an older aesthetic. I don't really like it as much because, you know, Elden Ring has absolutely amazing graphics. Like, I don't think I've played a game that's more beautiful visually than Elden Ring. And the design and the way things are made, it's just wow, like speechless. Firekeeper is a key factor to Dark Souls. I have no idea what Firekeeper is. So, yeah, you're probably right. All right, Speyarn, thank you for coming onto the stream and chatting. Have a nice evening or afternoon, whatever it is for you up there in Sweden. Let's make a smaller one. Like a, this is too small. Yeah, mini hood. I mean, there's not a lot I can do for these assets. I just thought maybe if I make it bigger. Oh, it's just 4 by 5. That's not right. I'm just kind of changing sizes. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna change sizes. I'm gonna make a similar one. I'm just gonna change a bit of the layout. Or I'm gonna build it on diagonal. Yeah. And this is the last build of today's stream. Talking about huts, I remembered Clash of Clans existed. You know what, actually, I've never played Clash of Clans. I played Clash Royale and Brawl Stars, so other games made by Supercell, but no, I've never played Clash of Clans. Clash Royale was really big, at least in my country. It was really big a couple of years back. Everyone played Clash Royale. It was probably big in the world, not just in my country. Yeah, globally. That looks weird. PUBG Mobile, I never really got the hype with PUBG Mobile. It's pretty horrible in my opinion. But I mean, for a mobile game, I guess it's pretty good. It's just that I don't really play a lot on mobile. Maybe that's why I'm kind of hating on PUBG. I haven't built a diagonal in so long. I don't know why I haven't done this sooner. Yeah, Kisaragi, I think it's pretty similar in, just like with the case of Clash Royale, it's pretty popular globally. It was just PUBG on phone, just bad hitboxes, hideous desync, and not really good matchmaking coming from former competitive player. Oh, you were a competitive player in PUBG. Damn. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't played it enough to comment on things like matchmaking or hitboxes. But yeah, I'm gonna take your word for it. I mean, if you were a competitive player, sure. The only games I've played competitively are Valorant and Overwatch. And Apex Legends. I was pretty good on Apex Legends, like right before the game went to shambles. Cause like right now it's awful. Apex was such a good game back in like, I don't know, before season, I don't even know which. How do I have clay here? Apex was peak until I couldn't keep up with the sweats. Yeah, I get that. That's usually what happens with every game, cause like Fortnite as well. You know, before people actually knew how to play the game and get really good, it was such a fun time playing Fortnite, and then all the sweats came in and destroyed the fun of the game. But yeah, Apex was definitely peak. See, like, the first few houses took quite a bit, but now that I got the palette and the whole idea going, just changing the shape of it's really going pretty fast. Valorant at least was competitive from the start, since CSGO players just move on to that game. Yeah, that's definitely true. I also didn't play a lot of CS because the first time I got my PC, I remember the first game I installed was CS because it was free. And then I just got sweared on by a bunch of Russians, so I decided not to play CS anymore. And I installed Minecraft. I might remove the coral. I don't think it's necessary, because it looks pretty alright without it. But Valorant is still, I think, it's probably the most fun and satisfying shooter that I've played in the past few months. Because, like, if you're good at Valorant, like, you have good aim, you feel unstoppable in your games, it's amazing. Honestly, that's a really nice experience. Unless you, like, you know, there's different people you run into during your games, like the French, the Germans, who usually aren't really the best at the game, and love swearing for no reason. Don't get me wrong, I also swear when I play Valorant because it's an annoying game, and of course you're gonna end up swearing, but yeah, some people take it to an extreme. CSGO community is really toxic sometimes. I don't think sometimes, I think at all times, probably. The Caribbean seas thanks you for not using coral. Yeah, probably. It's really sad, bro. Like, what people are doing to the planet. Absolutely awful. At one point, I wanted to become a marine biologist. Now I'm leaning more to herpetology because snakes and lizards and stuff have always been my favorites. But in the country I live in, biology is a field without many opportunities, so it's gonna be really hard if I end up going down that path. I still have time to choose, so yeah. Not at all times. There were some chill players back in the day. Yeah, bro, back in your day, not in my day. I was too young to play in the good old days of CS. You know, back when life was simpler, I would just play browser games. Papa's games. Did you guys play Papa's games? Papa's Pizzeria or things like that. I mean, you're not 40, but you're the 3-year gap between us is a pretty significant gap. Although the gap gets less significant with the older I get, because like the difference when you were 12 and I was 9, that was a very big difference. But I'm 17, you're 20, like we're much closer in, you know, in how mature our thinking is. I'm not as mature as you, I'm not saying that, but you know, it's much closer than when you were 12 and I was 9. That was a really big difference, and a 9-year-old thinks in a much more different way than a 12-year-old. Dragon City. Yeah, Dragon City was... Wow. Yeah. I'm not liking this as much as the other ones. Maybe it's just because I haven't built in a diagonal in a while, and it looks kind of weird. Yeah, it's all right. Now that you're making me think, what are other great games from when I used to play mobile games and such? Like, you know, Subway Surfers. I remember actually my cousin, Wolfie, was the one who showed me Subway Surfers at one point when he came over. And, yeah, that was a really fun game. Also, I used to play games like Deer Hunter on, yeah, I played it a lot. Deer Hunter, Dino Hunter, Deadly Shores, I think the game was called. I was kind of obsessed with it because you could play it on Facebook, and I used to play with my dad. We used to both play it. That was a really fun time. Pixel Gun 3D. Damn, you're right. I forgot about that game. I don't think I used to be able to run it on my phone, and I didn't really end up playing a lot of it. There we go. Actually, I can debug stick it. Not like that. There we go. Yeah, that's alright. Pixel Gun was awesome, definitely. I could spend some time smoothing out the roof, but I don't know. I guess it works for what I wanted to achieve. Let's get some of these smaller details. I can't use signs because it's on a diagonal. Can maybe do it like this. But yeah, here it's pretty much impossible. Let's delete that. And let's add some lichen to the places I can. Okay, there we go. Third build is done. I'll definitely think about bigger projects that I could start on live streams, because I can make videos out of them. I just need to record them with the time-lapse tool. And there we go. Let's move it a bit closer. There. Also, live streams are a pretty good thing for me because usually during school, I don't have time to fully record and edit videos and stuff like that. And this live streams could be a nice way of having content while not having to edit and post videos. Every week, of course, I would edit and post videos. Build Republic City from Avatar. Yeah. You know what? I can definitely write that. I can definitely write that down somewhere. I can't even remember what Republic City is. Never mind. Yeah, I know what Republic City is. It's huge. It's from Legend of Korra, right? Okay, yeah, I'm pretty much done for today, I think. But let's just sit here and talk a bit longer for like 10 more minutes while I look at my builds. Actually, I can show you. While if you have any more questions, feel free to ask. Also, anyone who hasn't said anything and you're on the stream, feel free to chat if you wish. I mean, the Temple of the Air Nomads is a big build, but not massive. Yeah, Temple of the Air Nomads is definitely doable, but Republic City is huge. That would be a very big project to take on. And also, I don't think... I mean, I guess you do have photos from a bunch of different angles. I wonder what challenge is. Oh. It was probably from a comp. Okay, colors. What's colors? I do not know what colors is, because apparently it's nothing. I do think, honestly, in my opinion, I think Legends of Korra is better than Avatar: The Last Airbender. In my humble opinion. I think that might be like blasphemy, you know? Like, not the most valid opinion, but to me, it's better because it feels more serious. Like, Aang's story feels more like a joke, but Korra, you know, it has more serious villains. Like, Zahir is... I wouldn't see Zahir in The Last Airbender, if you know what I mean. And the ideas that Korra, you know, portrays, like the Bloodbenders, Zahir with his whole... You know, he has a combustion bender and lava benders and whatever fighting with him and stuff. Like, you know... Aang's story is kind of mid compared to that, but it's a really good show nonetheless. Yeah, here are my builds from summer. This is the little cyber tram thing that goes into the bit larger cyberpunk thing. I like both, but I can't stand Korra. Yeah, Korra is a main character. I don't think I like her as much as Aang, but I like the story more, if that makes sense. But yeah, Korra is definitely not really the best character. She's kind of annoying. Let's see what else I can find. Probably older builds. A cyber fortified gate. Let's see what this is. Apparently it's an empty plot. She's too strong-headed. Yeah, she definitely couldn't have said it better. Way too strong-headed. But I mean, I guess it is also a difference in personality because this is also just an empty plot. Because, you know, Aang was an air nomad. He was raised as a pacifist and stuff. So he didn't really want to hurt people. But Korra was like full warrior. She had full training and stuff, you know. What's New View? Oh, I know what New View is. This is my 275 plot. Organic inspo. What's organic inspo? Oh, I know what this is. I think I found someone's plot and... Yeah. Look at this. I mean, this is just crazy. Yeah, this is the style I want to try and work in the future. This kind of oriental. Let's get night vision. Because this is amazing. Look at that. That looks so good. I wanted to do it this stream, but I didn't really have a lot of time for that. And ideas. I just wanted to kind of build something to see how my first stream would go. Yeah, this is someone's plot that I think I had as inspiration. This is Hedwig from Hogwarts. And these ships, man. Building ships is something really hard. You need to be really good to build ships. This is amazing. Who is the owner? I do not know who the owner is. Let's check. Let me exit the plot and go back. it is Things and Doodads. It has a title, so I guess I can't really tell you who owns it. But this is just amazing stuff. I mean, I'm still very far from building like this, but it's something. Wow, is that a? Oh, that's a not a martin, a marmot. That's so cool. Look at this, spiders. Yeah, this is amazing. Even the trees, snowy trees. Look at the shaping on that tree. That's awesome. Okay, let's see what else I have. Maybe admins. I don't know. I don't think it's an admin because admins have their private server that I cannot TP to. In Plains Village, do I have anything here? Nope. This is my other plot. But yeah, so I think that's probably gonna be it. Thank you guys for watching stream, and I really enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it as well. If you aren't subscribed, feel free to subscribe, like the stream, and yeah, I'll definitely be doing this in the future as well because I had a lot of fun. And I just need to find a better idea on what to do instead of just building houses, like asset houses. So yeah, thank you, and I'll see you on the next one.